He's a.
Okay, go ahead, Tom.
I'm the vice chair, so.
Yep, go ahead, Tom.
Yep, I'm gonna vote to call I'm calling this meeting to order at 6:15 p.m. on Thursday. This meeting is being conducted remotely, in accordance with or being conducted hybrid in accordance with Mass General Law. All votes will be a roll call vote. And this meeting being recorded and transcribed. Everybody in the meeting should be aware. I'm also going to accept a motion to go into executive session for the purposes of discussion around litigation. Do I have a motion?
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. This is Kate Conley, Town Council. I'm here for the executive session. In order to properly go into it, you have to say that I, the chair, declare that a public session would be detrimental to the litigating position of the town.
Yep. I, the chair, declare a public session. Public session will be detrimental to the. Sorry, what was the last part you said? Litigation
position of the town. Therefore, you call for a motion for executive session, and you take a roll call vote, and then you have to announce that you're going back into public session after the executive session.
So yeah, I declare that the public session will be detrimental to the legal standing of the town. So I am going to accept a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Roll call vote.
John, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Morale, aye. So we are now in executive session.
And you're going back.
No, we're not.
Session after.
Oh, is that?
This time, can someone give him the motion that I wrote? That way, you can just read it.
Well, yeah, we'll go back into public session when the executive session is over. Yeah.
We need you to step out of the executive session. I think it's going to be really brief because it's something that has already been discussed and voted, but one minor element still needs to be done. I apologize.
Okay.
Just the board leaves the room.
Can I read this?
Yes, John, please read that.
Well, not yet. You have to. Yeah, we should go back. We're just doing this real quick. It's kind of done in executive session because it's litigation against the town. So when we're done,
do we need to click the other link?
and typically what you do is you put a sign on the door.
Tom, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, Tom, want me to read this?
Well, can we go on to the other link?
Yes.
Tom, hold on a second. Tom.
Yep.
Tom, you got to listen to what she's saying. We need
Yeah.
to get this right to make it
Yeah.
right. So let
She's
John
right here. I
read
have it
that.
written down.
Read that document.
Okay, got you. I thought we weren't supposed to read it till we were in. That's all. Go ahead, John.
Session, we should try to make sure everybody's here.
I thought everybody would.
Yeah, no, for me, so I apologize. What did you want me to do, Lonnie? Did I have to move into something or not? I
No,
don't.
did John?
Okay, we can
Oh my
hear
God.
everybody. We just asked all the people who were here for the meeting to step outside, so it's.
No, I know. Hang on a second.
Tom has already
Hang on
read
a
this.
second. Hold on.
Okay.
Are we all set to go into executive session right now?
We are, you just did, you just voted it.
Okay, well, we're still on the main remote recording that's going to be provided to the public. So we're
You're
not
right,
in executive session 100%. So
Then we
let's.
do need the other link.
We have the other link. If we could click the other link to go over to the other meeting.
Yep, hang on, Tom. Can you give me a minute to finish this up, bud?
Sorry,
We don't need 10 people talking about the same thing. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop the recording on this one. We're going we're gonna stop it. We're gonna go into the link I just sent you, Maya, and then we'll go back into the other one after that. Okay?
Okay, I'm gonna have to open my email up on this computer. It should just take me a second though.
Yep. Just go to portal.office.com.
Can I just ask a question, Lonnie?
Yep.
Why don't we just stop the recording on this, and since everybody's out of the room, we.
That's fine.
don't
If
have to
somebody
vote
jumps,
separate-
we can. I can do that. Just stay here. If somebody jumps in, we just got to be careful. We got to stop talking.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So if we could just monitor and just, I mean, um, stop recording for just because it's going to be very quick. We just do that, and then
Of course. And I'll.
if we
Well,
let them go back.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks.
Well,
Okay. Okay. John, if you could let me know when they're filtered back in.
Let me say,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, John, if you could let me know when everybody's filtered back in.
yeah,
Okay. I am going to
here it comes.
well, everyone's back?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to call this public hearing to order on the for a variance on 3234 Kinsley Lane, 11-161-32, 16-161-34, owner Christopher McLeod. The applicant seeks relief from one side lot setback from 20 to 1.9 for an addition to the existing home, which currently sits 1.9 from the property line. I could have the applicant come to the front of the room, please.
yeah. Step forward.
Or just sit down and explain what brings you in today.
Sir. So my current home is getting a little tight with as children grow. So I was looking to extend to the backside of my house. And realizing that it's the only place I can put an addition on the home because of the said property line on the right side. As well as got no room in front of the house to the road. And the other side of my home is my septic system. So I was looking to just get the special permit to ride that property line a little further back. It's only for a few more feet. And my property actually opens up and actually does give me the proper measurements right after that. But the restrictions I have is I can't put it anywhere else on the home. And it's just something as my family has grown.
You don't have a drawing, right?
I do have it for
I didn't see it in here.
the drawing for the property, for the addition.
Yeah,
I have digital copies. I don't have it.
oh, you don't have it here.
Yeah, that would be I thought that was just for the building permit. So,
Okay. Oh, sometimes you put it.
but I do have the
That's fine.
proposed plot plan here showing the dimensions and the size.
I'd like to look at that. Quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it should be right on.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it should be right on the back. So try to get it right copies.
Do you said you have a digital copy?
No, I thought he was asking for my building plans that I would like to do. I do have the plot plan. It's a certified engineer plot plan showing the dimensions that I did provide in the application.
Yeah, you got plenty of land in the back.
Correct. It's-
Yeah, I can see.
The existing home's already on that. That's what I have certified, but it's no closer than what my existing home already is.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know if you can see the drawing, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, he has enough square footage. A lot.
So
The lot is 30,835 square feet. But on that one, they're all 160,000. Which is.
so my question is like what constitutes the hardship?
The hardship,
Yeah.
just being constrained by my location for where I can't put an addition anywhere else in my home.
Okay.
I actually have the neighbor here that abuts this lot too, support of my plans
Yes,
as well.
I would
So
agree that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
So is it? So it sounds like it's the unique shape of the lot.
Correct.
Exactly. Exactly, Tom. Because you can't put it on the septic, of course.
Got you. Okay. Do any other members of the board have any other follow-up questions?
Nope. I would agree that the shape of the lot is the issue, and yep, this is totally something that we can act upon.
Do we have any members of the public who have anything to say? If John, you could see if there's any hands in the audience.
I don't see anybody here.
Okay.
Against it, want to speak for it.
Okay. With no further comments, I'm going to I'll accept a motion to approve
I'll
this
make-
variance.
I'll make a motion, Tom.
Okay.
The
Do I have a second?
variance at 32 to 34 Kinsett Lane, 1.9 feet from the boundary line, because that's what the house is now.
Could you just
More.
state hardship in the motion?
And the hardship would be the shape of the lot.
Thank you.
See it.
Do I have a second?
Second,
Okay, all in favor with the roll call?
John, I,
Tenio, aye.
Tom Morelli, aye. Okay, so this has been approved. And then.
So, sorry, can I just ask a quick question? Maya, will you be writing that decision for the applicant?
I was not made aware that I would be, but I can.
Okay, there was just some confusion on the last one, and I think one before that. Generally, what has happened in the past is that if the applicant has an attorney or generally or an engineer with them, that they would have the attorney or the engineer would generally already have it written up, and they would just hand it to us for review. Just in this case, I'm assuming you didn't bring one with you, and I could be wrong on that. But if we can, Tom, whether Tom's going to draft it or I just want to make sure we don't forget about it. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay, no
mine,
problem, just let me
reach
know.
out tomorrow, and I know I'll have to sign this one. Sorry, I didn't know I wasn't gonna be able to make it tonight in person, or that Matt wasn't gonna be able to be there, so I apologize for being remote tonight, but I'll touch base with you tomorrow, Maya.
Thank,
Or next week, because I know town hall's closed tomorrow.
oh yeah, right. Whatever point.
Whichever comes first. So I'm gonna close this public hearing. Decision is or variance has been accepted. And we have one more, 8 Sandra Circle. And so you're gonna
close
go,
this hearing, Tom?
yep, I'm going to close the hearing. Do I need a
Okay.
motion to do that, or I can just declare it closed?
Okay.
I'm just,
Don't forget, you got to record this when you get it.
Yeah.
Registry of Deeds,
Yes, okay.
okay?
all right, I am going to open the public hearing.
Yeah,
We do that with the as-bills, correct?
yeah, same, yeah.
Correct. Yes, sir.
I just don't want you to come to building inspector and say, well, I've been no record.
Yep, so, get this recorded.
Yeah,
I just need something.
yeah, after.
The decision, right.
Okay, fine.
Okay, I'm going to open the next public hearing for 8 Sandra Circle. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 48, Section 10. Parcel ID 15-218-8, owner Jane McQuarrie, the applicant seeks relief from the front setback from 50 to 20 for a storage shelter. If the applicant could come forward to speak.
Have a seat, have a seat.
Right.
Well. What you need.
So as the gentleman kind of said before, obviously, I am here today just to try to get a setback for a sort of a shelter logic. That is obviously within the setbacks. I'm looking, setback is 50 feet. I'm looking to get a variance for 20 feet. I have an existing barn that is present behind the portable shelter logic. That is again, was existing, but it is within the setback. And obviously trying to move it, I had John Erickson come out. And I had Elizabeth from the Conservation Committee come out, obviously trying to move it, any hardships to move it. It's very difficult, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys have a copy of this, but I do have a drain easement. That is obviously on the plot of land as well, and obviously as of right now, it's obviously the furthest back, and it's on a permeable gravel 3/4 bluestone as well.
Did we get copies of this in our email?
Do you not have copies of it?
I'm just checking. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, were copies sent?
That's what I was asking.
Because I don't have a digital copy, I would have thought that Dylan would have sent that out because I thought she had it. If not, then that's my apologies.
No problem.
Well, let me check. I'm just checking the drive.
I didn't see anything.
I recall her sending an email. Hold on.
I do too. That's what it's.
What are we on?
I don't know if that's like.
I think it was a link. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay. Got it. When was that sent, Lonnie?
I want to say a couple days ago.
I'll take a look. It was
And this
from.
is Sanders Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I don't see it.
Yep. I just have no. There's just a doc. Apparently, there's no electronic copies. So when we, just a note for future applications, we should be getting electronic copies of any plans or anything like that. John. Unbelievable. This is John. Could you describe the plan for us? I mean, does this look like so this is an existing structure?
So the conforming lot, the house is already there, barn's there. Wants to put a portable top building. Logic shelter, I assume.
Yeah, it's a shelter log. Yep.
Yeah. How big is it?
It's 18 by 38.
18, not very big.
So so again, this is another one where the shape of the lot's causing the hardship.
Yes.
But it's a portable building.
It's a portable building.
It's not on the foundation.
Not on a foundation, it's portable. Obviously, like the future would obviously to build a garage is kind of a short-term solution at the moment. I just have, like an ATV and.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, so obviously like, it can be moved and stuff like that if
Yes.
needed. Trying to think. And like I said, I have, I can give it to you guys as well. I think it's not really too relevant. Elizabeth came out from the Conservation Committee and stuff like that and did she walked the lot line and stuff like that. And obviously she kind of also did find, I have the form here as well from her, if I can actually get my hands on it.
She didn't find any problem with wetlands or anything else around it.
Well, she preferred to keep the shelter logic
Away from the easement and the potential.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
And I can, if you want, I can pass that to you as well, but that should also be filed as well.
Doesn't show the easement on it.
You have, you have this,
Lonnie, you said you have
Yeah,
the
it's right
doc.
here.
yeah, so if you look at the drain easements, just right.
Oh, the drain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about easements for the road.
No, this is
Yeah, I
the
see.
drain easement, yeah, yep.
Got it.
The barn behind it is already outside the setback.
Yeah. How far are you gonna be from the boundary line?
From the road, I think it's just shy of 20 feet. And then the property line does share 10 Sanders Circle, and I did get permission from him to put it on the property line. His name is Joe, and he does live at, like I said, 10 Sanders Circle.
So how close is this gonna be to, how far are we encroaching on the setbacks?
The setback from the road is 50 feet per the town, and I'm looking for, like I said, around 20 feet.
Oh,
The gravel section is like 58 to 60 feet in length off of the road, and obviously I pushed that back as far as I possibly could. But there I was gonna underline a living tree if I went any further. So obviously that's why we had to put the rock wall and stop the gravel there. We didn't want to disrupt the roots or anything like that.
Well, the further back you go, the more stone you gotta bring in.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so, and we were trying to minimize the size of the stone.
Okay, I don't have any further questions.
Do we have any questions from the public?
Yes,
Or
thank
John,
you.
John, do you have any further questions?
Yeah, we got a couple, I guess. Do
Okay.
one at a time. Name
Name and address.
and address.
Priscilla Lenzulo at 11 Sanders Circle. My husband Mike is here. We live directly across from property 8 Sanders Circle. And I'd like to just give a timeline. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, this structure is already existing. He's not requesting to build it. It's already existing. So back in September, we noticed increase in commercial activity on the property. In October, the land, which was completely wooded, it was like a horse barn with trees and shrubs and everything, completely cleared except for a few trees, boulders moved, a rock wall built, and then a big humongous, I don't know how big, but a gravel parking pad was put down. And then the structure, the membrane structure started to be a frame and some footing started to be put up. And my husband went over in November and asked Shane, the owner, what his plan was. And his response was, the town told me I could do this. And we have not since November had a conversation with him. He lives across the street from us. We haven't spoken since this time. And then Shane continued to clear the land, bring gravel in. He's had dirt dropped in, and he constructed this massive membrane. And the main issue that we have is the size of it and the fact that there was no permits pulled, there was no building inspection done. And Shane, his father is in construction, Shane is in construction. They are familiar with code and the need to apply for permitting to ensure compliance with local building codes, safety standards, zoning laws, placement restrictions, and setbacks. None of this was taken into consideration. This was put up and built, and the land continued to be changed and altered, and it is absolutely the setup was a commercial operation. And then there was a whole bunch of meetings and conversation that took place. Shane's done a good job pulling back on the vehicles and the activity, the snow plows, the trailers, the dumpster, the backhoes, the bobcats, which he needed on the property to get this structure built, clear the land. But the problem is that this was put up with nothing supervised by anybody or looked at with the town. We requested from November to have this looked at and make sure it was proper. And it is literally every window we look out, our front window, we look at this massive 38-foot massive membrane structure and a clear-cut piece of property with a huge parking lot that now houses, in the winter, it'll have a snowplow, he has his trailer there with his utility truck behind it, there's a huge bobcat by the barn. And as far as our feeling as neighbors, there's 2 other neighbors here, they'll speak to it if they need to. The hardship really is on us. The land is huge. Yes, there's a horse farm behind there, but if they're doing a proper permitting, this could have been put further back at a different angle on the property, take a horse farm down, or use it, modify it. there's a 2-car attached 2-story garage on the existing home that was there. And it's been converted now to be with a lift in it, so there's ample storage for vehicles. He has a widened driveway that can now put 3 vehicles across, so there's ample storage there. And we have this huge structure that is absolutely an eyesore. We've had 2 realtors come out, our property values have decreased because of this. And outside, we look at a huge gravel parking lot. And it is unacceptable, and we've been in this community for 38 years. And, you know, we get all the neighbors to communicate. Nobody has ever done anything without following the rules of the town. And I'm particularly concerned, especially with these 2, with Shane and his family being in the construction business, that they went ahead and did what they wanted, and now they're asking for forgiveness because now it's built. And Shane just said it can be moved. It's built on, it's not a permanent structure. So, you know, we want this moved. We want it put back where it needs to be, 50 feet off the road, and put some kind of modification or remediation for the land that, you know, it used to look somewhat green. Now it's just terrible. So that's where we stand. So I don't know if another neighbor wants to add anything.
But is it my turn to say something, or should I wait?
Do I have a chance to
I
speak?
just have a follow-up question to your commentary. My question is, was the building commissioner contacted on this?
I have letter.
Yes.
All constant, but by the builder, by Shane, or by us, across the street?
I just don't know if the building commissioner had anything to say about the the notion of it being commercial. Yes.
Yes, there is a letter that we received in May, a cease and desist order, and that within 48 hours, that member instruction needed to be taken down. That it was.
Can I please speak, because this is so far from the truth. This is so far from the truth. Can I please speak?
No.
Can I please speak?
Hold on one
This is
second.
so true.
We have a letter that we received, and it was sent, it's from John Erickson, and it's an enforcement order for 8 Sanders Circle, and it was dated May 19, that he was in violation of the setback distances and the state building code, and ordered to remove the illegal member instruction within 45 days of his notice unless relief is granted by the Board of Appeals. Yep.
I have a chance to speak, please?
Yes, let the applicant.
So as far as the excessive clearing of this land.
Go back to the commission, because she said.
Okay, so okay, so as far as the permission goes, like I said, I asked my neighbor who I actually share the property line with.
I know you contacted the town. Okay, so just put it out.
Okay, if you want to take that one, you can.
Did you talk to John Erickson?
He's been in contact with John
I
Erickson.
have gone to the site.
He's done it 3 times so far for all of, again, the commercial activity that they're referring to. I bought a house at 24. It was by no means perfect condition.
Yeah.
I have full permits for bathrooms. I should not be punished because my father or myself have the means and the access to renovate my home. The commercial activity that they're referring to is simply, which I have stated, and I can give you, I sent to John Erickson, everything that he does. He has no problem with the things that I am doing. I bring a tool trailer home, it is to work on. If I bring a dump trailer home, I store the dump trailer there for about 4 to 6 months while I was renovating my home before I moved in. Like I said, you can look up the records, I pulled permits. So for them to say, throwing accusations that I did not pull permits and that I'm not aware of any stuff like that, I have permits, there's records with the town for the bathroom. It is not illegal to have friends or coworkers come over and help. I've spread mulch, built a retaining wall, done a walkway. I've obviously did my bathroom, closets, paint, flooring, stairs, refinished my floors, brought in new fridges, brought in dishwashers. I can't do that by myself. Regarding the two-story garage, that cannot be more false. That is a 1-story garage. And I do have a car lift in there, that is true. But I would love to see anybody get a snowmobile or an ATV on a car lift designed specifically for a car.
No, it was not heavily wooded, it was heavily brushed. The woman who lived in the house had not maintained it for 10 years. The barn was a horse riding area. So if you can imagine a riding area, they get overgrown with brush. declare the brush, to declare trees down, yes, he did, because he had to put some room for the shelter.
But again,
And a lot of the trees were dead.
And I will say regarding everything, like with that, I have something from Elizabeth saying that everything that I've done was acceptable. That's like we have each determination or something like that. Again, that is filed with the town. I've been here for this because they complained about that before.
So just remind me again, so what the reason why this structure cannot comply with the setback requirements is what again?
So this is
It's
what I wanted to speak on, if I can. My name is Rachel Linehan. I face the property as well. And I think we're getting off the topic here. The structure's closer to the street than it should be. He said the hardship of the land was because there were trees that would be in the way, but they did take trees down. I watched them have a company take trees down, so I don't know why that tree is a problem. Whatever tree it is, he's talking about boulders are moved, everything. Excuse me, everything else was moved. I would like this structure moved back. It's an eyesore. We now look at gravel and a large silver structure, and it does affect our resale value. And the other problem is they're sitting here laughing at us when it's upsetting to us and it's affecting.
We're not laughing.
We
just
want you.
We want the truth.
That's true. It's-
I don't understand.
Yeah, there's.
I'm not laughing. Sorry if you thought I was laughing.
Hold on. Everybody needs to calm down.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's
Hang
fine.
on, you're trying
Yeah.
to,
Sorry, go ahead.
no
That's the
problem.
structure I'm talking about. That's the structure there.
Truthful, that there is.
That's a second floor from his picture. So we can move it back. We could move it over. But it's gonna be more in his sight.
This isn't the shelter logic.
Yes, that is. the
I'm
shelter.
sorry, please,
Tom.
ma'am, you can continue, just let,
All right, listen, hold on. Tom, can I make a suggestion here?
Yep.
We got a lot of moving parts on this one. I would ask that we continue this hearing. I know,
Yeah.
but personally, I want to talk to John Erickson
I
myself
agree.
about it. I'd like
I
to take a ride. I'd like to take a ride by and do a site visit as well.
Have to do it. So,
I would accept the motion to continue the hearing, until the.
Tom,
next meeting.
hold on a minute.
Yep.
Hold on. I have a letter here from John Erickson. The letter she was referring to. I'm trying to find date.
He didn't date it, but you can see the email where he sent it on May 17th.
Okay. Okay, I have a letter from John Erickson.
Yeah, I'd like to, I mean, we didn't receive, I didn't receive this digitally. And I would like to review this. I'd also like to review, it looks like the Conservation Commission, as was stated, went out there. I'd like a chance to review that. And also, like, I think, you know, like Lonnie said, maybe contacting John Erickson directly. I think this is something I mean, I would accept the motion to continue myself, as Lonnie suggested.
Can we, and again, I don't want to kick it too far. Can we meet in a week or 2 weeks?
I mean, that works for me.
Okay, mate.
Yeah,
What about 2 weeks?
I will be
That's
out of
fine.
state in 2 weeks is what I can do next week.
You can do next week, but 2 weeks you're gonna be out of
I'm
state.
gonna be leaving. Out of state.
Yeah, give me 1 second to look at something. What's today?
I don't know if I don't know if I can do a week. Maybe if we do,
Sorry, when are you leaving, sir?
I'm leaving on the 29th, and I'll be returning on the 1st, or the 2nd, I believe, so it's Saturday. So like I said, I can do anything, obviously, next week. I can, the following week, like the 28th. I could obviously do the 28th, or I can do August 4th through August 8th. You guys are obviously.
Let's do August 7th then, if that's good with everybody.
August
Okay.
7th.
August 7th?
Yep.
That works for me.
So I move to continue this hearing until August 7th. Yeah, that's it.
Do I have a second?
Do you guys want to schedule a, you said you, like, when the conservation committee come out, they're like, we schedule like a meeting. Do you guys want to schedule a meeting to look at the property?
You want to do
Yeah,
a sidewalk?
Yeah, I'd like to, yeah, can we, I will reach out and get that scheduled,
Okay.
for sometime next week.
Okay, perfect.
Excuse me, can I speak a minute?
Yes.
Judy Baxter, 6 Ann Circle. I would like to know, he puts up a building, how far it would be away from my property? And he has been doing all this clearing and burning multiple times without getting a permit and burning when you weren't supposed to be burning things up back. And I've been living here for 47 years. And I have to close my windows because smoke's coming in my.
Well, if he's burning, then call the fire department. That's not up to us.
So again, I'm sorry that I'm upsetting you. If you have any situations or something like that, please call the fire department. Of course, yeah, that is your right. I have talked with the fire department myself and. I
Yeah, sorry,
understand-
listen, this is way off of what we're.
Yeah, we're getting way off.
Hold on,
All
can we,
Get
can
way
we
off track.
finish the
I'm just
motion?
I'm just trying to get the truth out, that's all.
Can we
I know.
finish the motion to continue the hearing? I have a motion, I
We're
have a
gonna do a
second.
visual site visit to see exactly what's going on.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, so I have a
Hold on,
motion,
there's
I have a second.
I know
and we have a, can we have roll call vote?
I voted yes.
Yep,
Tenio,
okay.
aye.
Morale, aye. So the motion, the hearing continued till August 7th.
All right, thank you.
So, any further discussion on this, can be made then. Members of the public are welcome to come back then.
Want to
as well.
set a date, site visit, or we're gonna?
No, we'll reach out next week to
I think we
schedule that
can
site
check
visit.
individually.
Okay, let me know what date you come up with, Lonnie. If I can.
We'll
make it.
do. I'll put something together. I'll reach out and we'll put something together.
Sounds
Okay.
good. All right.
John Erickson. Information if you need it or.
Huh?
John Erickson has all my contact information, but if you'd like me to give it to you, I can.
Okay.
Now.
Tom and Lonnie, is there any possibility that you have access to the images that have been printed and given to the town clerk to distribute? John Erickson has a copy of them. We just gave someone.
Go ahead.
We can reach out to the town clerk to get a copy. I'm going to gather all the information that I can on
That'd be
this.
great.
There's a lot of information that will be helpful. So we'll gather it all, get it electronically set up so that the full board can review it, and we'll like I said, we'll come out and take a look. This is just a little bit more than again, not saying that anything's right or wrong here. Just we want to make sure everything's in a row, and it's very contentious. So I want to keep it calm.
Yeah, and just to make it clear, Shane was talking about pulling permits for the inside of the house. This has nothing to do with what he's done.
I was-
Nothing to do
Nothing
with
to do with the house.
It's
We're gonna
Listen,
set-
listen,
Yeah.
Listen,
We're,
That's all.
Just gonna talk about.
Something out there.
I don't care about the house, I don't care about anything else.
excuse me, everyone. Respectfully, the hearing has been continued till August 7th. All further commentary on this should be made then.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
do we have any other hearings, Tom?
No, we don't. Do we have any
I'll
minutes?
make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have any minutes? Review? I don't think we do.
Well,
Do
we don't have. I don't have an electronic copy of them anyway, so we'll do them
Okay,
next time.
perfect. Okay. John has made a motion to adjourn. Do we have a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Tenio,
Aye.
aye.
Morale,
Tenio.
aye.
All right. I'll stop the recording. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.